Wade in the water, children, wade within the water. God's gonna trouble the water. Did my Lord deliver Daniel, deliver Daniel, deliver Daniel? Did my Lord deliver Daniel? Then why not every man? Did my Lord deliver Daniel, deliver Daniel, deliver Daniel? Did my Lord deliver Daniel? Then why not every man? I would not be a sinner. I'll tell you the reason why. If my Lord should call on me, I wouldn't be ready to die. I wanna be ready. I wanna be ready. I wanna be ready. Ready to put on my long white robe. Ready. I wanna be ready. I wanna be ready. Ready to put on my long white robe.
fantastic. We had to get a little Monty in there too, right? Oh, this is still going. So now to present the first 2020 Hoofer Award to Linda, we have Mr. Steve Z. Take it away.
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Wonderful. I am very happy to be here today to talk about Linda Sohl-Ellison. So, everyone, Linda takes her place in the Pantheon. She is a member of the elite group of women who are responsible for the resurgence of tap in the late 1970s and early 1980s. Linda and her peers not only bring about the renaissance of tap, but they make revolutionary transformations to the art form as they do. The very invention of tap dance companies, tap festivals, tap concerts, asking the public to see tap dancing as a concert dance form and not just pop culture entertainment. And the mainstreaming of women wearing Oxford-style tap shoes. Now, these are all things we take for granted today, but they did not always exist. Rhapsody in Taps. Linda started her company, Rhapsody in Taps, in 1981. It's 2021, everyone. This makes Rhapsody in Taps the longest operating tap company in history. And through her company, Linda has been able to train countless tap dancers, work with countless musicians, and collaborate with and present on stage many, 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 many of our legendary old-time tap dancers. Choreography. As you saw from the video that Tony just played, Linda is a prolific and innovative choreographer. I think you could say there are two categories to her choreography: traditional swinging jazz pieces that are inspired by her work with her mentors, Foster Johnson, Eddie Brown, Honey Coles, Buster Brown. And then, as you saw several times in the video, experimental pieces where she's working with Balinese music or klezmer music or experimenting with different instrumentation, alternative time signatures. Linda's choreographic body of work is deep and creative. Linda is not only an artist, she is an educator. You might not know that the whole time she had the full-time job of being the artistic director of Rhapsody in Taps, she had a second full-time job as a full professor of dance at Orange Coast College, where she taught tap dancing, but also modern dance and jazz dance and many, many, many other things that were part of her responsibilities as a professor at the school. Here's the last thing I want to say about Linda. If you believe me or agree with me that the tone of an organization comes from its leadership, you will be happy to know that the atmosphere in Rhapsody in Taps is welcoming and warm and joyous and supportive and encouraging. Everyone wants everyone to do well, and everyone is genuinely excited for you when you do well. This, of course, is a reflection of who Linda is as a human being. So, for all of these reasons, and more reasons that there is simply not enough time to discuss, I would like to present to you now a 2020 Hoofer Award recipient. She'll hold up her trophy for you, Linda Sohl-Ellison.
Thank you, Steve. That was really lovely. Thank you so much. And thank you, Tony and the American Tap Dance Foundation for this recognition. It's really an honor to be on the list with so many prestigious tap dancers that you have given this award to over the years, the Hoofer Award. Ironic to a degree maybe because I never really considered myself a hoofer, but a tap dancer. And that's because I envision my dancing and my choreography for the company always in spatial terms. I consider the whole stage. I think about costumes, music, costumes that can only be worn for that dance, not for like a whole set as you might, in a jazz club performance. But I've always had this love for all types of tap dancing and all approaches. And I think that it's one of the things that I experienced when I came to the 2006 Tap City Festival and saw the 3 different nights that Tony had presented. And one was international, one was song and dance, and I think there was individual solo artists was another evening. But it really spoke to me in terms of this world that we want to create with tap dancing, where we all appreciate each other's works. It might be not exactly your cup of tea, but you can appreciate the labor, the point of view, the perspective of that artist. And in keeping with that, it's really the kind of energy I tried to bring to my teaching for my students at Orange Coast College and master classes and in the company when I developed material. Tap dancing has brought many gifts to me. I'm so grateful for all the wonderful dancers I've had an opportunity to work with. Some of them, well, the longest company member was Pauline Higino for 25 years, and lots of long-term tap relationships. Fred Strickler, Steve, Christy, Mindy, Gabe, Carol Ritz, Daphne, lots of people who stayed in the company more than 10 years. And this was like a family for me. And I say was because in recent years, I've been focused more in the last 3-4 years on creating an anthology of the company's work and all of the guest artists. So many of the people here, Brenda's in it, Steve's in it. This anthology is soon to be ready, and it will be at libraries near you. So it's called Rhapsody in Taps. Oh, shameless plug. Rhapsody in Taps, the first 35 years. So you can go to a library. It's free. It's not there yet, but it hopefully will be out by the end of the fall. I would like to thank all of my teachers and mentors, and the first one being my very first tap teacher, Charlotte Teller in Cleveland, Ohio, who I learned everything from until I went off to college. One person, one teacher. And then Gladys Balin, my choreography mentor at Orange Coast, at Ohio University. My mentors, my tap mentors, Foster Johnson, Buster Brown, Eddie Brown especially, who danced with my company for, from 1985 till his death in 1992. And Buster Brown, these people all had a big influence on my dancing. I remember Honey said to me at one time, "What do you want another lesson for? You have more steps than anybody I know. Now you have to decide what you want to do with it." And so I did decide, and it was a big risk because Steve has mentioned the flat shoes. When I was first making tap dances, I was nervous about how these would be received from my mentors, who I so respected and admired, including Leonard Reed. And it was definitely an important step when I finally felt their acceptance to go a different route than just the traditional jazz route with jazz music. And so I tried to pass the same inspiration and discipline and respect on to my students. And I hope that I can continue in this field. It's just such a thrill to see what the young generation is doing now. and to have a sense that I am now passing over into being one of the elders, and instead of giving awards, I am receiving them. It's an odd feeling, and but I'm very grateful, and I want to thank you, Tony, and all.
Bravo! Congratulations. Congratulations. You deserve it.
Thank you. Oh gosh, I forgot this. Monty, come here. I'm thanking all these people. And I often save the best for last, and then I forget. One time I did that to Thayer Nicholas, who was in our audience. But Tony, I got to just take a minute to say how appreciative I am for this man who has made my life so beautiful, so happy that I can still keep dancing and creating because of everything that he does. Not just inspiring me as my muse for choreography. We've collaborated on like 10 projects for the company, and also for me, duets between the two of us. But just the change in perspective about life in general and bringing a sense of play to my otherwise very serious nature. So, love you. Thank you, Monty.
Very nice, very nice.